Hello, viewers. Welcome back to our channel where math becomes an adventure. Today, we will tackle the remaining 20 questions from the Grade 4 Math Diagnostic Test. A huge shout out to our amazing students from King's Primary and Infant School in Whitehouse, Westmoreland, and the Albion Mountain Primary School in Port Maria, St. Mary. We're honored to have you as part of our Smart Study Kingdom family. So, are you ready to put your math skills to the test? Let's get started.
Question 21. If 6 times 4 equals 24, what is 24 called? Now, the first thing to note is that the numbers being multiplied are referred to as factors, not the answer. So, option A will be eliminated. Option B is sum, and we know sum is the answer we get when we add numbers. So we're going to eliminate option B as well. So our answer for question 21 would be C, product. Question 22. What is the product of 23 times 4? Now let us write out our multiplication question. 24, 23 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. We're going to write down the 2 and carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus the 1, giving us 9. So our answer is option C, 92. Question 23. Which of the following is not the same as 6 times 18? In order to find out what is not the same as 6 times 18, we need to find out what 6 times 18 is. So we're going to write out that multiplication question and we're going to work it out. So 6 times 8 is 48. We're going to write down the 8 and we're going to carry the 4 to the next side. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So we want to see which of these options will not be 108. So let us work out option A. 6 times 10 is 60 and 6 times 8 is 48. So we're going to add those two numbers to see if we get 108. So 8 plus 0 is 8 and 4 plus 6 is 10. So option A is the same as 6 times 18, so we're going to eliminate that answer. Option B says 6 times 9 plus 6 times 2. 6 times 9 is 54 and 6 times 2 is 12. So let us add. 2 plus 4 is 6 and 1 plus 5 is 6. So option B looks like the answer so far. Let us look at option C. So we already established that 6 times 9 is 54. So 6 times 9, 54, and 6 times 9 is 54 again. So let us add. 4 plus 4 is 8, and 5 plus 5 is 10. So option C is not the answer. So we know for sure that the answer is B. Question 24. What is 2340 divided by 5? Now, what are the steps that are taken when we are doing long division? We divide, then we multiply, subtract, and then bring down. So let us set up our division question. We're going to put our divisor on the outside and we're going to put our dividend under or sign. So now we're going to divide. 5 goes into 23 four times. 4 times 5 is 20. We're going to subtract. 0 from 3 is 3. And 2 from 2 leaves nothing. Now the next step is to bring down. 5 into 34 goes 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. And then we're going to subtract again. 0 from 4 is 4. And 3 from 3 is nothing. Let us take down the final digit, which is a 0. 5 into 40 goes 8 times, and 8 times 5 is 40. So when we take 40 from 40, we're left with nothing, and so the answer is option A, 468. Question 25. Which is the best estimate of 375 times 5? Now let us see which of these options will be closest to our answer. So we're going to set out our problem. 375 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. You write down the 5 and we carry the 2 to the next place. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 2 is 37. We write down the 7 and we carry the 3 to the next place. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. So, which of the options is closest to our answer? Definitely not 20,000. 2,000 looks pretty close. Definitely not 200. So our answer is 2,000. 26. If 396 marbles are shared equally among 3 friends, how many will each friend get? We are sharing equally, so it means that we're going to be dividing. So we're going to share 396 among the 3 friends. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 9 3 times. And 3 goes into 6 2 times. So our answer is A, 132. Question 27. Mom bakes cupcakes for the school tuck shop. Her cupcake tray holds 1 dozen. If she gets an order of 48 cupcakes, how many batches will she have to make? The first thing to note is, what is a dozen? Yes, a dozen means 12. So if her cupcake tray can hold 12 cupcakes, then how much will she need to make 48 cupcakes? What is the relationship between 12 and 48? In order to get from 12 to 48, we need to multiply by 4. 12 fours, 48. Good. So our answer is 4 batches. Question 28. A class of students is divided evenly into 4 groups, which could not be the total number of students in the class. Now, we need to look for numbers that are multiples of 4. And if it's not a multiple of 4, it means that it is not the answer. Is 36 a multiple of 4? Yes, in fact it is. What about 46. No, it's not. And 52. Yes, it is. So our answer is 46. 46 is not a multiple of 4. Thus, it cannot be divided evenly into 4 groups. Question 29. Tom has a total of 53 marbles. He has 20 red ones, 18 blue ones, and 15 yellow ones. Which color marbles can be shared equally into 4 groups? Again, we're looking for a multiple of 4, a number that can be shared equally using 4. Now, clearly, we can see that 20 is in fact a multiple of 4. 18 is not, and 15 is not. So our answer is 20 red ones. Question 30. Marsh got 3 bags of sweets from her aunt. If she shared 2/3 of one bag with her friends, how many sweets does she have left? Now, we can do this two ways. The first way is to draw a picture. So we're going to draw the bags. One, two, three. And then she gave away 2/3 of one bag. So we're going to split up one bag into thirds and we're going to shade the 2/3. So here we're left with one whole plus another whole, and then we have 1/3. So we have 2 holes in all, and the third that was left over from the other bag. So that is one way to do it. Another way is to subtract fractions. So we have 3 and she gave away 2/3. We're going to put the 3 over the 1 so that it is a fraction as well. Now, these two fractions have two different denominators. They are unlike fractions. So we need to find a common denominator for 1 and 3. So the smallest number that 1 and 3 can go into is, yes, 3. So this is the new denominator for both fractions. Okay, now to get in the new numerators. Now we're going to see how many times we can get 1 out of 3. 1 goes into 3 times, and 3 goes into 3 one time. We're going to multiply the answers by the numerators. Now 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 1 is 2. So now we have 9 over 3 subtract 2 over 3. The denominator is the same, so we can go ahead and write back our denominator. 9 take away 2 now is 7. What do we see 7 over 3 in our options? No. So it means that we have to convert this improper fraction to a mixed number. So how many times can we get 3 out of 7? 3 goes into 7 2 times, and we're left over with 1, which we will put at the top, and we'll keep our denominator. Question 31. Shanice ate 1 over 2 or half of a cake. Kemar ate a tenth of the same cake, and Christine ate 3/10. What fraction of the cake did they eat all together? No, Shanice ate a half, Kemar ate a tenth, and Christine ate 3/10. Now we can go ahead and add these two fractions because They are like fractions. So 1 over 10 plus 3 over 10 is equal to 4 over 10. Good. The denominators are the same, so we're going to keep the common denominator and add the numerators. Okay, so now we want to add the half to the 4 tenths. Now 2 and 10 are two different denominators, so we need to find a number that 2 can go into that 10 can also go into. So, what is the lowest common multiple of 2 and 10? Yes, in fact, it is 10. So, 2 goes into 10 5 times, and 10 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 5 is 5, and 4 times 1 is 4. So 5 plus 4 is 9, and we put back our denominator of 10. So our answer for 31 is 9 tenths. Question 32. How many meters are there in 1 kilometer? Yes, we know that 1,000 meters make a kilometer. Question 33. Which is equal to 1 liter? Is it 1000 milliliters, 100 milliliters, or 10 milliliters? Yes, 100 milliliters is equal to a liter. Question 34. How many minutes make 1 hour? Definitely not 30 minutes. 60? Yes. 100? No. So our answer is 60 minutes. Question 35. Karen had netball practice for 3/4 of an hour. How long did her practice last? We can complete this answer using two methods. The first is to split 60 into 4. So when we use 4 to divide 60, we get 15. So it means that 1/4 of an hour is 15 minutes. So how much would 3/4 be? We're going to multiply 3 by the 15 to get how many minutes 3/4 would be equal to. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 1 that was carried over is 4. How about the next way? So we write 3/4 of 60 minutes. Now when we're multiplying fractions, we first look for numbers that can be made smaller. So we reduce the fractions. Can 4 go into 60? Yes, we found out that just a while ago. So 4 goes into 4 one time, and 4 goes into 60 15 times. And then 3 times 5, we established that that is 45. So 3/4 of an hour is 45 minutes. Question 36. What time is shown on the clock? Now, the first thing we need to establish when we're looking at the time is to find out the hour. So, our hour hand is between the 10 and the 11. So, what hour is it? It is 10. Good. So, once the hand has not reached the next number, it is the hour before. So, the hour is 10, and the minute hand is on the past or after side. So remember, we have past or after on the right side, and then we have 2 on the left side of the clock. So the time must be past or after. So let us see how many minutes passed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes past 10. Good. So our answer is A. Question 37. Which of the following would best or be best measured in milliliters? Now we have some medicine right here. It looks like antacid. And then we have a big bottle of cooking oil, vegetable oil. And then we have a bag of rice. We know we do not measure rice using liters or milliliters. So that is out. This big bottle of vegetable oil would not be measured in milliliters. It would definitely be measured in liters. So this is out. So we are left with the medicine, which would be measured in milliliters. Question 38. How much water is in the jug? Now, if we look at the reading at the top, we will see that it is 1 liter. So, option A could not be the answer because the jug is not full. How about 80 milliliters or 800 milliliters? Now, we know that 1000 milliliters make a liter. So, option B could not be the answer because 80 milliliters could not be so close to 1 liter. So our answer is 800 milliliters. Why? Because each marking on the jug would suggest 200 milliliters. So as we go up towards 1 liter, the numbers are increasing by 200 milliliters. Question 39. The Smith family went on vacation for 23 days in the summer. Approximately how long were they on vacation? So they were on vacation for 23 days. So we want to check our options now. So is it 3 weeks, 1 month, or 3 months? It definitely could not be 3 months. 23 days is very far from 3 months. Now, how about 3 weeks and 1 month? 3 weeks would be 3 times 7. That would be equal to 21 days. And a month is roughly between 30 to 31 days. So which is it closer to, the 21 days or the 30 to 31 days? Yes, it is closer to the 3 weeks. And final question, which statement is true? 100 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. 100 meter is shorter than 1 kilometer. And 100 meters is longer than 1 kilometer. Now, what is the relationship between meters and kilometers? Well, 1000 meters make 1 kilometer. So, option A and option C could not be correct. The correct answer is option B.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more learning videos.